DLA and ILS. The WHO Headquarters Administrative Team releases funds to consultants to help address the cost of living expenses and incidentals during the consultant's assignment. There are two types of funds that are released. First, Daily Living Allowance, or DLA. This addresses the daily cost incurred within the assignment country. For example, hotels, meals, and incidentals, such as internet cafes, taxis, etc. The second type is the Incidental Lump Sum, or ILS. This assists in addressing pre-deployment costs, as well as costs related to traveling to and from the country of assignment. For example, visas, vaccinations, or excess baggage. When determining DLA rates, WHO refers to established living cost benchmarks within the assignment country to arrive at $1 rate. This one rate is applicable regardless of the precise location of consultants within the country. In other words, the one rate will apply the same in the capital city as it does for more remote locations. DLA rates are established for each specific country and are updated regularly. They are often, but not always, between $100 and $250 a night. The DLA is initiated by the Headquarters Polio Administrative Team using the WHO travel request mechanism and is normally released to consultants through the WHO office in the assignment country. Please note that the advance received by consultants is normally between 70 and 90% of the DLA rate, and the remaining percentage is withheld to safeguard against unforeseen absences or travel delays. This withheld percentage is reconciled at a later date and will be discussed in a few moments. The DLA reconciliation takes place at the end of the contract period and confirms the totality of DLA a consultant should have received for the assignment. Unless a consultant's mission was delayed, or in the case of extended absences, the final reconciliation amount is usually positive. It is possible, however, that consultants will be requested to reimburse WHO when there are excessive mission absences or delays. Mission documentation and receipts must be submitted by the consultant in order to finalize the reconciliation. End-of-mission documentation requirements will be shared with the consultant by email and are also explained in administrative reference documents. A video is also available to discuss this topic in detail. Reconciliation amounts will be paid to the personal bank accounts provided to WHO during recruitment onboarding. Reconciliations may take up to 3 months, but depend on the timeliness and correctness of the documents submitted. This image presents a fictional scenario to help visualize the DLA installment and reconciliation process. In the scenario, the DLA rate is $167 a day, and the total duration of the mission is from July to June of the following year. This period is, however, broken up into 2 contract periods, and so there is a 1-month break in contract from mid-December to mid-January. The first installment of DLA is released at the beginning of July and is received by the consultant upon arrival in the assignment country through the WHO country office. The installment is 80% of the actual DLA rate and addresses 2.5 months until the end of September. The total DLA amount for this period is about $12,500, but since 20% is being withheld, the consultant receives $10,000. The same approach is used for the next installment period from October to mid-December. Upon arriving home for the break-in service, the consultant submits to the WHO HQ administrative team the essential reconciliation documentation, and the administrative team conducts the analysis in February. Since there were no absence days and travel occurred as planned, it is determined that the totality of the DLA is owed $25,000. Since $20,000 was advanced already through the installments, the balance owed is $5,000. This amount is released by the HQ team and directed to the consultant's personal bank account. A similar installment schedule is implemented for the January to mid-June period, and another reconciliation is conducted in September. In this scenario, the review concludes again that the total withheld amount is owed $5,000, and it is also sent to the personal bank account of the consultant. The other type of financial support provided to consultants is the incidental lump sum, or ILS. The ILS is a one-time lump sum initiated by the Headquarters Polio Administrative Team. The ILS addresses pre-deployment costs as well as costs associated with traveling to and from the country of assignment, as well as other incidentals. The ILS covers, for example, costs incurred for the onboarding medical exam, vaccines, visas, photos and transport for visas, excess baggage, transport to the airport, etc. Normally, the ILS is associated with the round-trip travel at the beginning and end of an assignment. Normally, the ILS amount is $350 per deployment, but the amount is reviewed periodically. When STOP program consultants incur expenses associated with travel to the STOP training, the ILS amount is increased. In the past, the ILS has been $1,200 in such cases. Please note that the ILS may be different than the amounts indicated here and, if deemed appropriate, may not be applicable for a specific field appointment. There are some key principles to understand about the DLA and ILS. The DLA and ILS are released to consultants for essential costs incurred with their assignment when travel to the assignment country is undertaken. The DLA rate and ILS are not reduced in the event consultant costs are less than expected. Regardless of the WHO contract dates, DLA is only applicable when a consultant is considered to be actively on assignment in their assignment country. It's important to also understand that absolute equity between consultants is not the primary concern.